Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. In today's video I have a thrift flip for you guys and some more pumpkin DIYs that you will want to see. Today's video is a part of Makeover Monday. It's hosted by the Redheaded Crafter and co-hosted by Rustic and Lace DIY. There will be a big giveaway and I will share the rules to the giveaway later on in this video, but the links to their channels and to the playlist will be in the description. So first I'm going to show you guys my thrift flip. This is just super easy DIY thrift flip. I took this $3, $4 photo album from the thrift store and I just gave it a quick and easy makeover with some chalk paint. This was the first one ever that I got because I have a lot of family photos from when I was very young, before there was digital photos, and I don't know how many more of you guys still have printed family photos. And of course there's a way nowadays to print out your digital photos as well, and you can order photo books and stuff like that, but I just had a bunch of family photos laying around and I wanted to start getting photo albums to put them in. But the first thrifted photo album I got, I just decided to paint it with the chalk paint and it turned out so nice, so I just kept going and I bought more. So I bought this whole entire bunch right here all on the same day after that, and I decided to chalk paint these as well. I did use the Magnolia chalk paint, but I actually got that on a discount as well from my local Ollie store, and I only paid $3.99 for the quart size of the olive green color and for the white color. So most of these ended up being painted in those two colors, and this is basically what all the books look like when they're done. I feel like this would also be a good idea for a book stack because a lot of people just use regular books for their book stacks and it's not really used for the content inside, but this would make a really pretty and meaningful book stack, I think, if you got thrifted photo albums, filled them with your family photos, and then made a pretty book stack with these, because then it would still be interactive and meaningful instead of just getting a regular book that you don't really care about what's inside. For the next DIY, I'm going to use these Dollar Tree pumpkin wreath forms. I have been dying to do this DIY for at least a month now, but I was just unable to find the wreath forms at my Dollar Tree, and finally I went to another Dollar Tree and they had the wreath forms. But you've probably seen this before. A good friend of mine on YouTube, Okay at Home DIY, she actually posted this. That was the first time I seen anybody staple these to a wooden base, and I think a lot of people have done it since then, but that's what I did. I basically just stapled it down to a wooden base, and then I went ahead and broke off the stems because I was going to use something different for the stems, and you'll see that a little bit later. Now, after you do staple these to the base, which by the way for me was a struggle bus moment, I struggled to staple these down. I don't know if it was my stapler or my technique, but I had a hard time. But once you staple it down, I would recommend that you add the stem and glue the stem onto the top right after it's stapled down, because I decided to go ahead and start wrapping the pumpkin and I forgot to leave this space for the stem when I was wrapping. So later on you'll see me cutting out the top portion of the rope so that I can add in the popsicle stick stem a little bit later. But I do recommend that you guys do that before wrapping it with the rope, because yeah, this is right here where I had to cut the rope and then rewrap it, so definitely don't do what I did. While I finish wrapping this pumpkin, I want to give you guys the rules to the giveaway, so please be sure to check out everybody's video from the playlist and like and comment on every video from the playlist so that you can be entered in the giveaway for a $50 Amazon gift card. $50, guys, that's a lot. Okay, right about here I finished wrapping it, and I just decided to add in moss to cover up the base where the staples were and where the rope had ended. And then I also just thought it would give it a more natural look. I'm very sorry you can't see what I'm doing in this footage. I usually would film in my bedroom, and I'm doing a little makeover in my bedroom right now, so I'm stuck filming in the living room, and there's just not that great of lighting. But I added fairy lights to this, and this is the end result. This next DIY is inspired by these Pottery Barn terracotta pumpkins. I mixed that terracotta chalk paint myself. I just basically used a bunch of acrylic paint and latex paint that I had laying around that I did not want to use, and mixed it together to make the terracotta color, and then added, I believe, baby powder, like a talcum baby powder or something, to it to make a chalk paint. I honestly don't remember, it was a long time ago, but basically to make a terracotta color you want browns, yellows, oranges, reds, mix it all together, and it should make something similar to a terracotta color. Next, I covered it in the joint compound. I had a large container, but you can just use the small containers that come in the Dollar Tree of spackling, and it will give it this nice texture that you see here. And then after that is done drying, it's going to take about at least 24 hours for it to dry. You want to add on the terracotta color paint or whatever base color you are working with in order to get this natural effect. And I put 2 coats on and just dried it in between, and that's basically what I had. And I do recommend putting a top coat on like this flat crystal clear spray paint before you start the next step, which is just brushing on some white chalk paint and then wiping it off, and it basically gives a concrete or dry or clay type effect to the pumpkin. That technique I actually saw first from Heidi Sonboul DIY. She has a very well-known DIY channel, so I'm pretty sure you know who she is, but her channel is called Heidi Sonboul DIY. And she used that wiping effect first to give the concrete effect, and then I thought to just use it on just a different base color aside from gray to get the terracotta color. And then I just added this wooden stem twig from the Dollar Tree as the stem. Let me know what you guys think of these DIYs in the comments. On this channel I do DIY home decor and home improvement projects on a budget, and that includes thrift flips and Dollar Tree hauls. So if you're interested in that sort of content, it would make me so happy if you guys considered subscribing and sticking around with me for a while. Be sure to check out the playlist. The link will be below. To enter the giveaway, be sure to like and comment on everyone's videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.